Are you ready to practice your English conversation skills?
Listen, learn, and speak with us today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Conversations with Maya and Carlos. I'm Maya.
And I'm Carlos. We are so excited to have you joining us today, no matter where you are, whether you're at home, commuting to work, at the gym, or just relaxing with a cup of coffee.
Thank you so much for choosing to learn English with us. Today, we're diving into something that's going to make your English sound so much more natural and fluent.
That's right. We're going to talk about two super useful expressions, rather than and while.
Now, if you're thinking, oh no, this sounds complicated, don't worry at all. We're going to break everything down in the simplest, most practical way possible.
By the end of this episode, you'll feel confident using these expressions in your everyday conversations. And trust me, once you master these, people will notice how natural your English sounds.
Before we jump in, if you enjoy learning English in a fun, conversational way, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel.
And we want to give a huge shout out to Sophia from Spain for watching our videos and practicing with us. Thank you so much, Sophia. We're thrilled to have you in our learning community.
All right, Carlos, are you ready to get started?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
So, Carlos, let's start with the very basics. What do these two expressions actually mean?
Great question, Maya. Let's make this super easy to understand. First, let's talk about rather than.
Rather than is used when you're choosing one thing instead of another thing. It shows your preference, what you like better.
Exactly. It means instead of, or I prefer this, not that. For example, I could say, I walk to work rather than drive.
Perfect example. What you're saying is, I choose walking. I don't choose driving. Walking is my preference.
Can you see how clear that is? You're making a choice between two options.
Now let's talk about while. This word is super interesting because it has two different meanings, and we're going to explain both clearly.
The first meaning is about doing two things at the same time, simultaneous actions. For example, I listen to music while I cook.
Two actions happening together. You're listening to music and you're cooking, both at the same moment.
The second meaning is showing a difference or contrast between two things. Like, I love hot weather while my sister prefers cold weather.
We're showing the difference between what I like and what she likes. It's similar to saying but or on the other hand.
Don't worry if this seems like a lot. We're going to practice step by step with tons of examples.
Let's start with rather than because it's really useful in everyday life.
So, Maya, why is rather than so important?
Well, rather than helps you show preference, what you choose or what you like better. It's all about expressing your choices clearly.
Think of it as a way to say instead of, or not this, but that. The basic structure is simple. First choice plus rather than plus second choice.
Let me give you some easy examples. I drink tea rather than coffee.
What does that mean?
It means I choose tea. I don't choose coffee. Tea is what I prefer.
Here's another one. She walks rather than drives.
She chooses walking. She doesn't choose driving. Walking is her preference.
We study at home rather than at the library.
We choose home. We don't choose the library. Can you see the pattern, everyone?
It's always the same. First choice rather than second choice. Simple.
Let's practice some more together. Carlos, can you give us another example?
Sure. I'd like water rather than juice.
Perfect. He reads books rather than watches TV.
They eat at home rather than go to restaurants.
All of these are showing clear choices and preferences. Now, let's talk about when we use rather than in real life.
Great idea. There are several situations where rather than is perfect.
Situation number 1, talking about preferences, what you like better.
For example, I prefer to exercise in the morning rather than at night.
She likes summer rather than winter.
I enjoy cooking at home rather than ordering takeout.
All of these are showing what you prefer, what you like better.
Situation number 2, making choices or decisions.
Right. I decided to walk rather than take the bus.
He chose to study medicine rather than law.
They're going to save money rather than spend it all.
These all show decisions you're making, the path you're choosing.
Situation number 3, comparing two actions or behaviors.
Oh, this is really useful. She listens carefully rather than interrupts.
I ask questions rather than assume,
I work hard rather than complain.
all showing what someone does instead of doing something else. It's about behavior and actions.
Now, Maya, we should talk about the grammar structure. This is important so people use it correctly.
Absolutely. Understanding the structure will help you avoid mistakes.
After rather than, you can use different forms of the verb, but the key is keep both parts of the sentence in the same form.
All showing what someone does instead of doing something else. It's about behavior and actions.
Now, Maya, we should talk about the grammar structure. This is important so people use it correctly.
Absolutely. Understanding the structure will help you avoid mistakes.
After rather than, you can use different forms of the verb, but here's the key. Keep both parts of the sentence in the same form.
What do you mean by that, Carlos?
Well, if the first part has the ing form, the second part should have the ing form too.
For example, I enjoy cooking rather than eating out. Both words, cooking and eating, have that ing form.
Exactly. If the first part is a base verb, keep the second part in base form too.
I walk rather than drive. Both walk and drive are in their base form. No ing, no ed.
Consistency is super important. You don't want to mix them up.
Let's practice this. I prefer studying in the morning rather than studying at night. Is this correct?
Yes, actually, you could even shorten it to I prefer studying in the morning rather than at night. The second studying is understood.
I prefer swimming rather than running, correct?
Perfect. Both ing forms.
We want to save money rather than waste it, correct?
Absolutely. Both base forms, save and waste.
See, everyone? Once you understand the pattern, it becomes so easy.
Now, Maya, I think we should talk about some common mistakes people make with rather than.
Oh yes, this is really important. Learning about mistakes helps you avoid them.
Mistake number 1, mixing different verb forms.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. Wrong. I like reading rather than to watch TV.
Why is that wrong?
Because reading is ing form, but to watch is infinitive. They don't match.
What's the correct way?
Correct. I like reading rather than watching TV. Now both are ing forms.
Here's another one. Wrong. She prefers to cook rather than eating out.
Right. That mixes infinitive to cook with ing form eating.
Correct would be she prefers to cook rather than to eat out, or she prefers cooking rather than eating out.
Keep those verb forms consistent, everyone.
Mistake number 2, forgetting to put both options in the sentence.
This is a big one. Wrong. I walk rather than what?
Exactly. You can't just leave it hanging. You need to complete the comparison.
Correct. I walk rather than drive. Now we know both choices.
Always complete the comparison. Your listener needs to know what you're comparing.
Mistake number 3, using rather than when you actually mean better than.
Ooh, this is tricky. Can you explain?
Rather than is about choice, not quality or comparison of quality.
So you can't say this phone is rather than that one. That doesn't make sense.
Correct. If you're comparing quality, use better than. This phone is better than that one.
But if you're talking about choice, I'd buy this phone rather than that one.
See the difference? Quality comparison versus choice preference.
This is so helpful. Okay, everyone, before we move on to while, let's do a quick practice round with rather than.
Great idea. I'll say a sentence and you all think about whether it's correct or not.
I prefer tea rather than coffee. Correct?
Yes, perfect use of rather than.
She enjoys to read rather than watching movies. Correct?
No, that's mixing forms. It should be she enjoys reading rather than watching movies.
I walk rather than complete?
No, you need to finish it. They walk rather than drive.
Excellent practice. Now, are you ready to talk about while?
Let's do it.
All right, Carlos, let's tackle while. This word is super useful.
It really is. Remember we said while has 2 main meanings? Let's start with the first one.
The first meaning, two things happening at the same time, simultaneous actions.
When you do two things together at the same moment, you use while.
For example, I listen to music while I cook.
What are the two actions here?
Listening to music and cooking, both happening together.
She reads while she eats breakfast.
Reading and eating, both happening together.
They talk while they walk.
Talking and walking, same time.
The structure is action 1 plus while plus action 2.
Let's practice this together. I study while drinking coffee.
Perfect. Two things at once.
He exercises while watching TV.
We chat while waiting for the bus.
She thinks while driving.
All great examples of simultaneous actions.
You know what's really cool about this use of while? It helps you describe your routine more naturally.
That's so true. Instead of saying, I cook, then I listen to music, you say, I listen to music while I cook.
It makes your English sound more fluent and natural.
Let me ask you something, Maya. Do you multitask a lot?
Oh, yes. I'm always doing two things at once. For example, I listen to podcasts while I do my morning run.
That's a perfect use of while. I check my emails while eating breakfast.
See, everyone? This is how native speakers naturally use while in everyday conversation.
And here's something important. When using while for simultaneous actions, the two actions should actually be happening at the same time.
Right. You can't say, I cooked dinner while I went to bed. Those don't happen at the same time.
But you can say, I listened to an audiobook while I fell asleep, because you're listening as you're falling asleep.
The key is, can both actions realistically happen together?
Exactly. Now let's look at some more examples from daily life.
I brush my teeth while thinking about my day.
She does laundry while watching her favorite show.
He drinks coffee while reading the newspaper.
We talk while walking the dog.
All of these are natural, everyday activities that happen at the same time.
And notice how smooth these sentences sound? That's the beauty of using while correctly.
Now let's talk about the second meaning of while, which is to show contrast or difference.
This use is a bit more formal, but it's still very common.
When we use while this way, it's like saying but or on the other hand.
We use it to compare two different or opposite things.
For example, I like hot weather while my sister prefers cold weather.
What are we showing here?
We're showing the difference between what I like and what she likes.
He's very outgoing while his brother is shy.
Two different personalities, contrast.
Some people love coffee while others prefer tea.
Showing different preferences between groups of people.
This use of while is more formal than using it for simultaneous actions.
Let's practice this together. I'm a morning person while my husband is a night owl.
Perfect contrast. I love reading while she prefers watching movies.
I love reading while she prefers watching movies.
Summer is hot while winter is cold.
I work during the day while she works at night. All of these show contrasts and differences.
You know what I find interesting? The position of while in the sentence can change.
That's a great point. You can put while in the middle or at the beginning of a sentence.
I prefer coffee while she prefers tea. That's while in the middle.
While I prefer coffee, she prefers tea. That's while at the beginning.
Both are correct, but notice when while is at the beginning, we usually put a comma before the second clause.
That's an important punctuation tip.
Now, let's talk about the difference between using while for simultaneous actions versus contrast.
This is crucial because the meaning changes completely.
Take this sentence. I read while she cooks.
That's simultaneous actions. We're both doing something at the same time.
Now look at this. I prefer reading while she prefers cooking.
That's showing contrast. We have different preferences.
See how the same word can have different meanings depending on context?
Context is everything. The verbs you use and the sentence structure help show which meaning you intend.
Let me give you a tip. If both actions are happening right now at this moment, it's probably simultaneous.
If you're comparing personalities, preferences, or characteristics, it's probably contrast.
Here's a practice sentence. While some students prefer online classes, others like in-person learning.
That's contrast. We're comparing two different groups with different preferences.
While I was studying, my roommate was playing video games.
That's simultaneous. Both actions were happening at the same time in the past. Everyone got that? The context and the verbs help you understand which meaning is intended.
Okay, Maya, I think this is a perfect time to compare rather than and while so people can see the differences clearly.
Excellent idea. This will help avoid confusion.
Let's start with rather than. What's its main purpose?
Rather than is about making a choice, choosing this instead of that.
Right. For example, I walk rather than drive.
I'm choosing walking, not driving. It's about my preference.
Now, while, when used for simultaneous actions, is about doing two things at once.
For example, I walk while listening to music.
Two things happening together at the same time.
And while, when used for contrast, is about showing differences.
For example, I walk to work while my wife drives.
Different methods. We're contrasting our choices.
Can you see how each expression has a different purpose?
Let's use all of them in related sentences so the difference becomes crystal clear.
Great idea. Here's the sentence. I prefer to read books rather than watch TV.
That's showing choice. Reading is my preference over watching TV.
Now, I read books while my brother watches TV.
That's simultaneous actions. We're both doing something at the same time.
And finally, I enjoy reading while he prefers watching TV.
That's contrast. We have different preferences or habits.
3 different expressions, 3 different meanings.
Let's do another set. I choose to cook at home rather than eat out.
My choice. I prefer cooking at home.
I cook at home while listening to podcasts.
Simultaneous actions, cooking and listening at the same time.
I cook at home while my roommate orders takeout.
Contrast. We have different approaches.
See, everyone? Once you understand the purpose of each expression, choosing the right one becomes easy.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about some common mistakes with while.
Yes, this is really important. Let's help everyone avoid these mistakes.
Mistake number 1, confusing while and during.
Oh, this is a big one. What's the difference?
While is followed by a subject and verb. During is followed by a noun.
Can you give examples?
Correct. I study while eating. There's a subject I and verb eating.
Correct. I study during lunch. Lunch is a noun.
Wrong. I study while lunch.
That doesn't work because lunch is a noun and while needs a verb.
Correct. I study during lunch or I study while having lunch.
So remember, while needs an action, during needs a thing or time period.
Exactly. Mistake number 2, using while when you mean meanwhile.
What's the difference between these two?
While connects 2 parts of the same sentence. Meanwhile starts a new sentence.
Can you show us?
Correct. I cooked dinner while he cleaned the house. One sentence connected by while.
Correct. I cooked dinner. Meanwhile, he cleaned the house. 2 sentences. Meanwhile starts the second one.
See the difference? Same meaning, but different grammar structure.
So if you want 1 sentence, use while. If you want 2 sentences, use meanwhile.
Exactly. Mistake number 3, putting while in the wrong position.
Where can while go in a sentence?
While can go at the beginning or in the middle of a sentence, but never at the end.
Let's see some examples.
Correct. While I was sleeping, he called.
Correct. He called while I was sleeping.
Wrong. He called. I was sleeping while.
That last one doesn't work. While can't just hang at the end.
Right. While connects clauses, it doesn't end them.
These are really helpful tips, Carlos. Let's do a quick mistake correction exercise.
Perfect. I'll say a sentence and let's identify if it's correct or not.
She reads while the afternoon. correct?
No. Should be she reads during the afternoon or she reads while the afternoon passes.
I was cooking, meanwhile he was cleaning, correct?
Yes. Meanwhile correctly starts a new sentence.
I work while. Complete?
No, it needs completion. I work while she studies.
Excellent. Everyone's learning so much today.
Maya, I think it's time for a real conversation example. Let's show everyone how these expressions work naturally in dialogue.
Great idea. Let's imagine two friends, Anna and David, talking about their lifestyles.
I'll be David and you be Anna.
Perfect. Let's start. Hey, David, I noticed you always bring lunch from home. Don't you like eating out?
Actually, I prefer cooking at home rather than eating at restaurants.
Really? Why is that?
Well, it's healthier and cheaper. I can control what I eat while saving money.
That makes sense. I usually grab fast food because it's quick.
I understand, but I'd rather spend 20 minutes cooking than eat unhealthy food.
You're right. I should probably change my habits. Do you cook while watching TV?
Sometimes I listen to podcasts while preparing meals. It makes cooking more enjoyable.
That's a good idea. I waste time scrolling on my phone rather than doing something productive.
We all do that sometimes, but I try to use my time wisely while commuting.
What do you do?
I read books or listen to audiobooks while riding the train rather than just sitting there.
Impressive. I just zone out. You're very disciplined.
Not really. I'd rather be lazy, but I push myself. While some people are naturally motivated, I have to work at it.
Well, it's working. I should learn from you.
We could be accountability partners. While I work on fitness, you could work on healthy eating.
That's a great idea. I'd rather have support than try alone.
Perfect. We can text each other while making progress.
I love it. Starting tomorrow.
Okay, let's step out of character. Did everyone hear all the rather than and while expressions?
We used them naturally throughout the conversation.
Rather than for choices and preferences, and while for simultaneous actions and contrasts.
This is exactly how native speakers use these expressions every day.
It flows so naturally when you understand the patterns.
Let's give everyone more examples they can use in their daily lives.
Great. Let's start with rather than in everyday situations.
I'd rather text rather than call.
She takes the stairs rather than the elevator.
We save money rather than waste it.
He asks for help rather than struggles alone.
They plan ahead rather than wait until the last minute.
All very practical and useful.
Now let's look at while in daily life.
For simultaneous actions, I brush my teeth while thinking about my day.
She does laundry while watching her favorite show.
He drinks coffee while reading the newspaper.
We talk while walking the dog.
For contrast, I'm talkative while my sister is quiet.
He loves spicy food, while she prefers mild flavors.
Some people save money while others spend freely.
All natural and easy to use.
You know what? Let's create a story using both expressions.
Oh, I love this idea. This will show how they work together in context.
Here's a story about two friends, Sarah and Tom. Listen for both rather than and while.
My friend Sarah and I are very different. I prefer staying active rather than sitting still.
Every morning I go for a run while Sarah sleeps in. She'd rather rest than exercise early.
While I'm running, I listen to energetic music. It motivates me.
Sarah, on the other hand, prefers to meditate rather than run. While I'm sweating, she's breathing deeply and finding peace.
After my run, I make a healthy smoothie. I choose fresh ingredients rather than buying pre-made drinks.
While I'm blending my smoothie, Sarah finally wakes up. She drinks coffee rather than smoothies.
We're opposites in many ways. I'm a morning person, while she's definitely a night owl.
We understand our routines are different, but we respect each other's choices. I exercise in the morning rather than at night, and she does the opposite.
While our routines are different, we both find what works for us.
I've learned that it's better to find your own path rather than copy someone else.
Some people judge different lifestyles, but Sarah and I celebrate our differences.
That's what makes our friendship strong.
Did everyone catch all the expressions?
We used rather than for choices and while for simultaneous actions and contrasts.
And it all flowed naturally in the story.
Maya, let's give everyone a plan to master these expressions.
Excellent idea. Here's a step-by-step confidence-building plan.
Week 1, practice rather than with simple choices.
Focus on your preferences. I like this rather than that. I do this rather than that.
Write 5 sentences about your preferences every day. Start simple.
Week 2, practice while for simultaneous actions.
I do this while doing that. Focus on your daily routines.
Think about what you do at the same time. I listen to music while I exercise.
Week 3, practice while for contrasts.
Compare yourself with friends or family members. I'm like this while they're like that.
Week 4, combine both expressions in your speaking.
Tell stories about your day using both rather than and while.
For example, today I chose to work from home rather than go to the office. While I was working, I also did my laundry.
Take it slow. Be patient with yourself.
You will get better with practice. Every expert was once a beginner.
Now it's time for you to practice.
Don't be afraid, you can do this.
Start with simple sentences about your daily life.
For example, I drink tea rather than coffee.
Or, I study while listening to music.
Write your sentences in the comments below. We'd love to see them.
Don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are how we learn.
Every sentence you write makes you stronger and more confident.
Here are some prompts to help you practice.
Tell us, what do you prefer to do in your free time? Use rather than.
Describe your morning routine. What do you do at the same time? Use while.
Compare yourself with a friend or family member. How are you different? Use while.
Share your favorite way to relax. What's your choice? Use rather than.
We believe in you. You're doing great just by being here and learning.
Let's do a final review to boost your confidence.
Rather than equals making a choice, showing preference, or saying instead of.
Structure: choice 1 plus rather than plus choice 2.
While equals two things at the same time, or showing contrast.
Structure for simultaneous actions: action 1 plus while plus action 2.
Structure for contrast, statement 1 plus while plus opposite statement.
Important tips to remember.
Keep verb forms consistent with rather than. If the first verb is ing, the second should be ing too.
While needs a subject and verb, not just a noun. Don't confuse it with during.
Practice daily with simple sentences. Don't try to be perfect, just start.
Use these expressions in your conversations, even if you feel nervous.
The more you practice, the more natural it will feel.
Remember, you're learning something valuable today. Be proud of yourself.
For those of you who want to take it to the next level, let's talk about some advanced tips.
When using rather than in formal writing, you can use it at the beginning of a sentence.
For example, rather than wait for help, she solved the problem herself.
This puts emphasis on the action she chose to do.
With while, be aware of comma usage. When while starts a sentence, put a comma before the main clause.
While I appreciate your offer, I must decline.
But when while is in the middle, you usually don't need a comma.
I appreciate your offer while I understand I must decline.
Another advanced tip, rather than can sometimes be shortened in speech.
Instead of saying, I prefer coffee rather than tea, native speakers might say, I prefer coffee to tea.
But rather than sounds more formal and emphatic.
With while, in very formal writing, British English speakers sometimes use whilst instead of while.
They mean exactly the same thing, but whilst sounds more formal.
Whilst I agree with your point, I have some concerns.
In American English, we almost never use whilst. It sounds old-fashioned.
These are subtle differences that advanced learners can notice and choose to use.
Let's talk about how these expressions fit into different contexts.
In professional settings, rather than is excellent for explaining business decisions.
We decided to invest in training rather than hire new staff.
It sounds thoughtful and strategic.
While this approach has benefits, we must consider the costs.
It shows you're considering multiple perspectives.
In casual conversation, both expressions make you sound fluent and natural.
Using rather than shows you're making conscious choices about your life.
Using while helps you describe your multitasking or explain how you're different from others.
These aren't just grammar points, they're tools for clearer communication.
Wow, Carlos, we covered so much today.
We really did. Let's summarize everything one more time.
Rather than is for choices and preferences. It shows what you choose instead of something else.
While has two meanings: simultaneous actions happening at the same time, and contrast, showing differences.
The key to mastering these is practice, practice, practice.
Start with simple sentences. Don't worry about being perfect.
Use them in your daily conversations. Write them in comments. Make them part of your English.
Remember, every native speaker started as a learner just like you.
You're on the right path. Keep going.
These expressions will make your English sound natural and fluent.
Don't give up. You're doing amazing.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to English Conversations with Maya and Carlos.
We create new episodes every week to help you learn real, everyday English.
Leave a comment below with your practice sentences. We love hearing from you.
Share this episode with your friends who are learning English.
And remember, learning a language is a journey, not a race.
Celebrate your progress, no matter how small.
Thanks so much for learning with us today.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Until then, happy learning.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye.
Before we go, here are some exercises you can do at home.
Exercise 1. Write 5 sentences about your preferences using rather than.
Example, I prefer working from home rather than commuting to an office.
Exercise 2. Describe 3 activities you do simultaneously using while.
Example, I listen to audiobooks while doing household chores.
Exercise 3. Compare yourself with someone you know using while for contrast.
Example, I'm very organized while my brother is quite spontaneous.
Exercise 4. Create a short paragraph about your daily routine using both expressions.
Exercise 5. Watch an English TV show and note down every time you hear rather than or while.
These exercises will help reinforce what you learned today.
Practice them throughout the week and you'll see amazing progress.
Good luck, everyone.
We're rooting for you.